Can you remember what it was like when you went to secondary school? The excitement of going to big school, meeting new friends and trying new things, but also the anxiety of being an unknown, struggling with new subjects and the fear of being bullied by the older kids. For 11 and 12-year-olds, moving to secondary school can be a daunting experience.
I'm looking forward to meeting loads of new friends.
I'm looking forward to all the new classes and different subjects that you've got there.
Middle school, you don't get as much facilities in high school.
Better gym equipment.
All the design and technology and practical things you do there.
You get to meet more friends.
The biggest fear, I think, is the actual move. It's the fear of the unknown.
We're all going to be split up into different classes.
They're in different tutor groups, so you probably won't see them as much. You probably get lost.
I'm quite worried about being bullied because I'm the youngest person in the year 6.
I'm one of the shortest people here.
I was quite worried about how in September, how big it would be and how I'd find my bearings.
I thought it was really big and I wouldn't be able to find all the rooms.
I think the moment they arrive in year 6, the thought of going on to high school is always in the back of their mind.
That's the reason for It's Your Move, a book published by Scripture Union designed to help primary school leavers make a smooth transition to secondary school. It's packed full of practical advice, puzzles, games, and real-life stories to help bust some of the myths and give the children confidence in this time of change.
It's Your Move is great because it gives Year 6 a chance to see that they're not on their own in terms of moving up and having choices to make in life.
It goes through an A to Z survival guide of what it's like to go through secondary school. It talks about issues that they'll have to face. It's got case studies in that people who've gone through that change already have shared what it was actually like in reality.
Since its release, more than 800,000 children have been given a copy of the book as they prepare for their new school.
They love the layout and the style of it. They find it really easy to use and read and get information from. We've used it before just as a class tool and talked through some of the issues, and it's been really useful.
They explain quite a lot about high school and what might go on.
You know what to do and you hear what it's going to be like. They have real life experiences.
If you do have a problem, then you can just look in that book and it will help you.
It's got a lot of tips in it.
It's not like an honorary book.
Girls for boys, there look.
It's not to get a boyfriend too quickly.
And friends. Peer pressure and if someone tells you oh, you've got to try this because for smoking or something, and about you've got to make the right choice because it's your life.
It said you'll find that you'll always feel like you need more money than you actually have, but money is not always available, so decide what you really need and what you don't. There was a boy and his money got stolen outside the shops, so I went home and I read about this, and it said I thought about not taking in too much money just in case.
It didn't skip out anything that happened in secondary schools. It told you about drugs and things like that to be aware and everything.
Because the book they can take home, it means that when they're in their own time, in their own thoughts, they can actually take time to have a look. And a number of them have come back in with issues that they wouldn't have just thought up if they hadn't had something to prompt them in that way.
How much information it gives you is incredible, and to be honest, I don't know what I'd have done without it.
The thing that I love about It's Your Move is it's so simple for churches to buy and give to a local school. It's not expensive and it's not difficult.
It's Your Move books can be given away to individual children or sent to schools to be distributed. But hundreds of churches and charities have been using It's Your Move in a much better way. They buy up copies of the books and then go into the local schools and donate them during exciting presentations.
I know a lot of churches that go in and do an assembly use that as an opportunity just to build relationships with the local school, and because they're offering something to the school, schools are so willing to accept it, and in fact often that's been a start of an ongoing relationship between a school and a church that's been able to continue throughout the rest of the year.
Well, today we had a great team come in and talk about the transition from middle school to high school, and actually did a lot of reinforcement of all the stuff we've already talked about and set them off with some new ideas.
So A, B or C?
They did practical activities and just got the children to think about the real life situations they're going to be in as they move to high school, quelling some fears but also giving them some good ideas.
And they're really good ideas to do with team building, to do with thinking about your own personal development and how you can help yourself when you get onto high school.
There's so much in the booklet, you can choose to use it how you would. So we've used elements of it and linked them in with dramas, games, interactive questioning between us and the kids. High school's really big, really big. If I get lost, I want people to see me. And we've used it so that when they go back to the books, it'll trigger their memory. What you guys said about the teacher, maybe not believing me. Teachers know what happens in high schools, and teachers don't want bullying.
It's Your Move is a useful tool in helping children move school, but it's more than that. The book offers churches and charities a way of showing practical support to schools and their local communities.
Ultimately, that's one of the aims of the It's Your Move project, is to help churches build long-lasting relationships with local primary schools.
My experience has been that when that first step has been made and the book has been offered, that begins a whole relationship between the church and the school.
It's very openly received because we all have shared values, and so it's a very powerful tool.
On a number of occasions I'll have teachers, without any prompting, just show a real genuine appreciation that we or whoever's gone in has been willing to take the time and the trouble to make the contact and to provide something that is good value, that is good quality, and is actually going to go alongside and assist in what they're trying to do in preparing their pupils for what is a big life-changing moment.
In this generation, there are millions of children who will never experience the Bible. By getting on board with the It's Your Move project, churches can introduce a Christian message to children in a non-threatening or judgmental way.
The fantastic thing about It's Your Move is that it's a book that churches can buy and give to a local school. It's not that expensive. It's a very simple and easy thing to do. Schools love it when people give them something. And for a church to say, actually, we've recognised what's going on, we've gone out, we've bought the books, here they are as a gift. It's fantastic.
They love it. They want us to come in and they don't have a problem with it, even though there is a clear Christian ethos.
I think it's fantastic. It hits every child, and we've got children from all different faiths in the school, but that booklet is relevant regardless of what faith they are.
I think it's a very, very positive experience. It's positive for the children, which is the main thing, but also positive for staff. And certainly my experience has been that you can develop that a bit further if you want, not just in assemblies, but in their classroom. So it's a very, very positive experience.
It's Your Move currently reaches about 20% of primary school leavers. That means that 8 out of 10 children are still taking that momentous step without the help and advice that It's Your Move offers. We want more children to feel happy and confident about moving to secondary school. And by getting on board with the project, you can help to make a difference.
I think it's very important that we meet children and young people in the places they are at with the concerns that they have. Moving up to high school evokes a lot of different emotions, it evokes a lot of different questions, and I think that the product It's Your Move is very good at meeting that.
We want the best for our children, and I do think this book certainly helps the children to transfer into secondary education.
The statistics say that only around 4% of all children are actually in church on a Sunday, but they are all in school. And schools are ever increasingly at the heart of our community, so we need to be there as Christians.
It's Your Move isn't just here for 1 year. Hopefully it will develop and the churches will continue to be involved as appropriate in a local primary school.
I've met children who are now in year 8 or 9 who say, oh yes, I remember you. You were the person who gave me that It's Your Move book. I used that. That was really good, that book.
And to think that something that was given a good few years back is still remembered, still fondly remembered, is still being referred to.
You can play a significant role in the lives of children and have a positive impact in your local community for a little over £1 a child. Moving to a new school doesn't have to be stressful. Help the children in your area make the move with confidence. As well as It's Your Move, Scripture Union offers other ways to help children and young people at times of transition. Get Ready Go is a practical book for children and parents to help them prepare for their first school. Life Actually is a book for 16-year-olds to help them think through the major life choices after GCSEs.